Hello, hello. Uh, yes, it almost didn't happen. Well, it was always going to happen. Good morning, everybody. What I was doing there was, hopefully if I press that, yes, yeah, I was just changing. So that's the Sunday poster, you see. So Colin Dodsworth was very fresh. Good morning, Cliff Gowson. So we're reaching Facebook. That's a good start. Once I know we're reaching YouTube, it's going to be chocks away. Yeah, so Cliff Gowson, I beg your pardon, Colin Dodsworth designed that for me. And you see where it says 28th of the 3rd. Ah, there's Nick Branson. Okay, excellent. Christian Brinker. Right, we're on. Great. So I just had to change the 28th. I do have one for Thursday as well, but I forgot. I'm just, you can't be thinking about, you can't remember everything, So anyway, I hope everybody's well. There's one other thing here that I've just got to take care of. Just kill a bit of time. Let's just tread water for a little bit. I hope everybody's well. I am. I feel good. Bahnshooting auf Deutsch. Guten Morgen. Wie geht's? Alles gut? Jeff Lewis coming through loud and clear. Thank you very much, sir. Ich fühle mich sehr gut. Ich bin glücklich, Harry. Und willkommen. Willkommen. Danny Oxterby. Good morning. How are you doing? Cliff Gowson. Cliff Gowson. Is that two Cliff Gowsons? Or one Cliff Gowson? Stream 230. Yeah, right. It's 231. It's like a Campari advert, isn't it? 1970s Leonard Rossiter. Sehr good. Okay. Okay. Morning, Joe Crowley. Okay, just while we're here, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do something that you might find interesting. Well, I know you will. I'm sure you will. I just need this to just let this catch up here. I was messing about with good morning, Steph. Good morning, Sabine. Good morning, Robert. Yeah, come on, you bugger, wake up, wake up. Strange this. I was messing about with hello from Munich. Hello, Anita. I hope you're all right. You're on board, of course. Of course. There are two David Cowans. There's a David Cowan Senior and a David Cowan Junior. And I've always wondered. Just a second. I'm going to take a risk here because I want you to see. I want you to see what's happening here. There it is. Okay, come on, you fucker, get in there. Yeah, there it is. Okay, look. Stop the playlist. But before I do that, this is all treading water before the show starts, you see. This is what the pros do. Did you know that? This is what the professionals do, ladies and gentlemen. They bugger about for an eternity. Sauce. That'll do. Okay, this is only just for a second, right? Look, I've been messing about with Amplitube 5. Keijo, I can't pronounce your name, Keijo. Sorry. Keijo Cockaman. Good morning. Right, so I've been messing about with Amplitube 5. And this is an amp that was probably an Amplitube 4, but I didn't see it. But it's kind of like a Marshall Blues Breaker, I think. Watch there be a Marshall Blues Breaker, and I'm using this, not realising it, right? But it's kind of like a Marshall Blues Breaker, and I've got it set up. I'm going to do a couple of numbers with it. Good afternoon, Bev. Good morning, David Mason. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so that's all you need to see of that, right? So just quickly, you've got a volume, you've got a reverb, and you've got a presence. That's all you've got on there, which if an amplifier manufacturer came to me and said, we want to build you an amp, that's kind of what I would have. It would be like a volume and a tone, and maybe a gain, volume and tone. Though, like an old radio, like an old 60s radio, you had a tone. You know, all of this middle and you know, if you're buggering about with an amp for 20 minutes trying to find a good sound, then it's either the wrong amp for you or it's a bad amp. There, I said it. So this is the sound. This is the sound that I normally use, right? I'll turn the vocal mic off so you don't get that clack off the Okay, now that's the sound that you're used to hearing. Now, I've kind of purposefully gone to this amp and thought to myself, it's a Marshall JTM 45, I believe. And I've purposefully gone to try and recreate the Clapton Blues Breaker sound. See what you think. It's got that choked, really maxed out, overdriven sound. So the first song is called Master of Chaos, which is very much just like a groove thing. It's Jim Drummond on drums and George Panos on bass, and recorded in Switzerland under the guidance of the Master of Chaos. And I'm going to use this amp. I'm going to do a couple of numbers to begin with, just to use this amp, because it's nice to have a little change. Now, this amp's got a reverb built into it. The software version of this amp has got a reverb built into it, but it's very it's very primitive. And maybe that's exactly what you want. You know, you maybe want that very primitive 60s sound. But for me, I've just got a smattering of digital reverb on there. It's Waves reverb from the Waves company. Let's take a slug of water and we'll get away. Lovely. Master of Chaos. That's from an album. That's from an album that's available online at the moment. I'd love to press that to vinyl. That album, Light. It would be a double vinyl. Herbus in Brazil. Good morning. Good morning. Nick Branson, Dave Mason, Dave Mason, John McGurr. Good morning, everybody. Yes, Light. Well, where is Light? Is it on the? Is it on there? Yes, it's on the Bandcamp page. Yes, I pressed the right button. Yes, I'd like to press that album to vinyl. It would be a double vinyl, and it would be a gatefold sleeve. It would be like a proper 1970s rock record. Do you know what I mean? I could press it to CD. You would buy it, Cliff? Well, you know, maybe if we all chuck the money in the hat in advance, I could press it to CD. I need £800 to press it to CD. Light, okay. Single CD album. What a beauty. It's ready to go. It's ready to go. I mean, apart from the £800 to press it. Anyway, that's a different story. So just quickly, once again here we are looking at the we're looking at this kind of Marshall 45 watt combo. Vinyl would be better, yeah, but it would also be £2.5 grand as opposed to 800 squids. I think it's going to remain a digital download for the foreseeable future. There's another digital download about to be released. I'll talk about that later. But anyway, we're talking about this 45 watt kind of. Good morning, Isabel in Lausanne. I sent your CDs. You should be receiving them soon. Thank you very much. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody for the support that you're offering. Either by donations or buying my products, of which I have quite a few. I've got vinyl and CDs. Because I haven't gigged since March last year, the website's gone down because I didn't want to pay to have a website sitting there because I haven't been paid to play for over a year. Anyway, but thank you very much everybody who's bought a CD and a vinyl or submitted something for support. It's truly very much appreciated. So we're looking at this Marshall. We're looking at this Marshall kind of blues breaker Eric Clapton. And I'm very impressed by it. It's been there forever, probably. I just haven't seen it. You know, I've said a lot of Charles, good morning. Charles Neithlin. I've said a lot of derogatory things about Clapton as I was a younger guy, and I'm going to hold my hand up when I say I didn't know what I was talking about. I was a naive, stupid, gullible, opinionated fool slagging off Eric Clapton. How dare I slag off Eric Clapton, and how dare you slag off Eric Clapton? You go back to 1962 and you play guitar that well. What do you think of that? Someone's trying to ring us. That's me, mate. He can hold on. So let's do another one with the Clapton. Let's do another one with the Clapton. Eric Clapton. And then we'll go back to my sound, so self-assured, my sound, your tone. This is what's happened with the guitar world now. It's not about buying records or artistry, it's about buying your tone. What a load of bullshit. Eric Clapton and Peter Green didn't buy their tone, they created it with their own personality. You can't buy it. Okay. Coherence, bit of a minor blues thing. I might need to check a level here. Bear with me. If I did this with the laptop, it would be easier. That'll be alright. Okay. Right, here we go. Yeah. So that's the Eric Clapton sound in the well, it's not an Eric Clapton sound because it's an Eric Clapton amp kind of thing. Yeah, Mr. Clapton. That Life in 12 Bars is a fantastic film, by the way, for those of you who haven't seen it. Okay, so what's next? Mirror Image, okay. Right, so I'm going to go back to my usual amp sound now, which is a little bit more. It's not quite as choked as the. I love that sound. I think it's great. I'll use it all day. I really will, but it's not quite as choked as that Marshall, that old Marshall thing, because a lot of that, you see, I'm not using any distortion pedals with that sound. I'm using a little bit of a compressor in front of the amp, just about 50-50 of a MXR compressor. This is all the Amplitube 5 models, by the way. It's not. I've got nothing on the floor like that, but I'm not using any pedals, and so the sound comes from the volume being on maximum. Now, obviously, it's software and it's simulating. It's not. I haven't got a Marshall amp blasting at full volume in this room. Just for those of you who maybe aren't familiar with how this works, it's a simulation, but and you get a great sound. But things have kind of progressed. And if Harry's still watching, if Harry Schwatuler is still watching, he works with Thomas Blug at Blug Amps in Deutschland, and they know all about that. And so I like simplicity, but my sound, the sound that I've got programmed into here, is probably not that different to the Clapton sound. This is the Clapton sound. It's what I call the Clapton sound. Okay, and this is the sound that I would use. There's not a lot in it. It's just not quite as choked. 24 Nights at the Royal Albert Hall. I heard on authority, but by the 10th night he was sick of it. Okay, here we go. This one's called Mirror Image because it's a rip off of Frank Zappa. It's a mirror image, and I'm man enough to admit it, unlike some. goes on and 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 on. Steve Forward, good morning, sir. Got your message there. Thank you very much, Herbus in Brazil. We're going to use that as a bit of background music, ladies and gentlemen, while we talk about what happened when I started the stream. I kind of felt like I was short of material. I still worry that I'm short of material. But at the very start, when I definitely was short of material and I didn't really know what I was doing, I doubled the tracks. I copied and pasted the tracks, made them twice as long. And now they're too long. You don't want to hear more guitar over that, do you? Right. That's how you email me. paul@paulrose.co.uk. Right? paul@paulrose.co.uk. That's how you email me. I have a PayPal shop. Any albums you might be interested in. Okay. Nice shot of the guitar there. Bandcamp. All of the albums on Bandcamp, you can buy them directly from me and cut out the Bandcamp. I've got CDs strewn all over the world. I've got CDs in Switzerland and Germany. So stocks here in this house are a little bit low. But if you want to buy anything, drop us a line, especially if you want MP3s of certain albums. I've got them all on MP3 and more. Drop us a PayPal link. Okay, now one thing I didn't do, switch that, let's turn that off. One thing I didn't do was just put the album, the new mock-up album cover of this thing that I'm doing called Covers Night. And those of you who've watched the stream over the past, we're approaching the 250th show. Those of you who've watched the stream over the last 2.5 years, there's a few cover versions that I do, and I'm making them available to buy. It's called Covers Night. It's a little album, little MP3 album, and it's got the Beatles. It's got the Stone. It hasn't got the Stones. It's got the Beatles. It's got John Denver. It's got Elvis Presley. It's got Roberta Flack. It's got Somewhere Over the Rainbow. It's got loads of stuff. House of the Rising Sun. All of this kind of stuff. So I mean, Soul Tone. Is everybody happy? Is everybody happy? The covers album will be an MP3. Yes. Peter Green, of course. Bit of Peter Green. Up for cover. I mean, it's here. It's all in the hard drive. This is how it's going to work. Okay, the Covers Night album's finished, except for getting all of the tracks together and putting them in a folder as a WAV file. So there'll be two folders. There'll be a WAV file folder and there'll be an MP3 folder. You just send me the payment and you tell me, do you want waves or do you want MP3s? Okay, and I'll send you a folder. I'll send you both if you want. Waves you can burn to CD. MP3 sometimes you can burn to MP3. And for an album that's got, I think, 15 tracks on it. There's 15 tracks on it. House of the Rising Sun, Wonderful Land, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Make You Feel My Love Tonight, I Only Have Eyes for You, Leaving on a Jet Plane, Black Magic Woman, Europa. You know, there's loads of songs on there. I think there's about 15 songs. £5, Nick. £5. But I leave it open for you to check. You can pay £5, 50 pence, or you can pay £25, or you can, minimum £5. You can pay whatever you want. Now, this album be ready by the weekend. it's done. I've got a cover for it. I've got the music. I've just got to assemble all the files in one folder. I'm working on another project at the moment for somebody. I'm working on some music for their environment that they work in, which is kind of about 70% finished. That project will be finished tomorrow night. And then I'll assemble covers night over the weekend. Advance orders are available through my PayPal account. You see that little PayPal thing there in the top corner there? It's next to the light window so you can't see it. There's £5. Pete C, already in. Good lad. There you go, £5. First album sold, ladies and gentlemen. Now what are you waiting for? If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, my PayPal me link should be in the description, both on Facebook and on YouTube. And if you just say, "Hi Paul, this £500 for you is for the Covers Night album," and just, you know, your email address will be music on Mac converts MP3 so I can burn them to CD, and this is the best way to go. Great. That's great. Super. We're open for business, ladies and gentlemen. We're open for business. On the subject of Covers Night, here's a track that's on Covers Night. Wrong, Rose. You're going nowhere, son, with that attitude. I can tell you that much for now. You're not going to go all the way around the road playing the guitar, son, with that attitude. There we go, House of the Rising Sun. Well, we've sold 2 CDs so far, 2 albums so far. Thank you very much, Steve. Hey, I'll tell you what, this is the way to go, you see. Van de Verk. If you want to PayPal me, just paulrose333 at gmail.com. It'll get through, you know. So if that link doesn't work, paulrose333, that's 3 number 3s in a row, at gmail.com. You can send the money quickly before they turn the electricity off and I have to stop the show. Well, things aren't that bad yet. Madhouse. House of the Rising Sun. What I heard. Home. How we're doing for time? Let's do Madhouse. It's kind of a... Thank you very much, Andre Anapa. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody, for your kind words and support. What next? Let's do Madhouse. Might as well. Okay, so just before we do this, let's just run through what's on the Covers Night album. Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Make You Feel My Love Tonight, I Only Have Eyes for You, Ain't No Sunshine, Leaving on a Jet Plane, House of the Rising Sun, Can't Help Falling in Love with You, Elvis Presley. Ted McKenna plays drums on a couple of these numbers. Eleanor Rigby, Ted McKenna. My Favourite Things, Take 5, Wonderful Land, Black Magic Woman, Europa. There's loads of them. Well, Pete C, we you know, I mean, I think end of the year by the looks of things. We were supposed to be in Germany next month, April, but they've all just been pushed to 2022. I don't know how much more of this shit I can take, to tell you the truth. You know, I am fucking up to here with these goalpost moving politicians. I'm not working. I'm not getting out on the road. I'm sick of the sight of the bloody house. I love me home. I love me house. It's lovely. But, you know, Boris Johnson says one thing one day. He says, you know, I mean, why have they extended lockdown powers till October when we're supposed to be out of lockdown in June? It's because we're not going to be out of lockdown in June. Don't get me going on that. He's got millions, that fucker. They've all got millions. Matt Hancock, he's got fucking millions. Stay at home, don't go to work, no money for you, nothing for you. We're in control. Look, I'm not talking, and I'm not a Labour supporter and I'm not a Tory supporter. I'm just fucking up to here with it all, you know. Right. Happy music time, ladies and gentlemen. If you ask Matt Hancock where Newcastle was on a map, he'd probably point to fucking Iraq. Right. I said I wouldn't swear, but you know, make some special allowances. House of the Rising Sun, Dopamine Disaster, Soul Tone. Let's do Soul Tone. Gently, gently, gently. Here we go. I insist, I mean, as far as I'm aware, I wrote this tune, right? As far as I'm aware, I wrote this tune, and I can't even remember what bloody key it's in. That's Matt Hancock's fault as well. If I should have gone to Eton, I'll tell you. Eton Rifle. you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think, yeah, thank you very much, B minor. Yeah, I need to pin that on the computer. When you wrote this tune, Paul, it was in B minor, not A minor. I keep forgetting, you know. Have we got anything else? Have we got anything else for you? Look, change blues. Do you want to hear a blues? Do you want to hear Home, or do you want to hear Walker Road? Okay. Eduardo, good morning. Hello there, Isabel Burrell, I'm sorry. Greetings from Argentina, thank you very much. Kingston, Cregan IT Music, can you play Throw Me a Line? Yes, I can. I wrote it. Will you play Throw Me a Line? That's the question. Krieg's IT Music asking about Throw Me a Line. With all due respect, I haven't got it in the playlist. I don't have it in my playlist. Walker Road, Home. Danny Oxterby wants to hear Home. Gord Brooks wants to hear Walker Road. Steph Robinson wants to hear Walker Road. Gord Brooks, one of my faves. Which one's one of your faves? Okay, right, here we are. Let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. We're not all here to you're not here to enjoy yourselves. Walker Road or Home. The next 5 messages that come through, Walker Road, 1. Okay, if we get 3 of any one of those 2 titles, there's 2 for Walker Road. Whoa. 1 more Walker Road and we're away down to Walker Road. There's 3 for Walker Road, 4 for Walker Road, 5 for Walker Road. Walker Road's one. Walker Road, ladies and gentlemen. My grandfather had a shop on Walker Road. Arthur Rose. Beer and tabs. I really should get the picture up. Biker Grove. I used to live opposite the set of Biker Grove, Steve. And it isn't in Baker. It's like saying Hammersmith Grove, but it's in like fucking Southend. There really is quite a gap between Baker and the set where they shot Biker Grove and the shot. Anybody online, anybody on the show might know this, right? That Biker Grove was shot in an old pub called the Mitre. And I used to drink in any pub that was open that hadn't banned us for vomiting all over the bar. Walker Road, okay, Walker Road. I hear you, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Seymour Duncan Power Grid distortion pedal I'm using for this one. It's a monster of a pedal. It's never going to be on a famous film. Ran outside the bus depot. What, the one down Shields Road? The Shields Road bus depot, just on the other side of Walker Road. There was a photograph. There's a photograph just for the locals. This is a local shop. There's a photograph of St. Peter's Social Club. Right, if you're coming up the hill, and the Tynes directly behind you, and St. Peter's Social Club's on the left, my grandfather's shop's on the right, and there's a photograph of A Rose right opposite St. Peter's Social Club on the corner. You're in Austria. Good day in Austria. Europa. Right. Okay. Right. I've kind of lost focus a little bit. Thank you very much, everybody, for paying attention to the Covers Night album. It's going to be available soon. It's going to be available in the next 2 or 3 days. I just have to gather in the files, put them in a folder, and start emailing them to the people who've paid. Jesmond Dean Park. Jesmond Dean Park, lovely part of the world. What side of Jesmond Dean Park, Neil, was it? Danny, I'm going to do home after Walker Road. I was just teasing everybody. Bradley Kaplan in Canada. What side of Jesmond Dean Park did they live? Because I'm from the Heaton side of Jesmond Dean Park. Jesmond's on the other side of Jesmond Dean Park. Right, let's play Walker Road. Wow, Walker Road. I walk to work and I work in Walker. By Dampleys, the bus depot. The one on Shields Road, opposite. What was that factory called again? Man, the big factory that gave a load of work to people around the area. That's old age for you now. Walker Road. I walk the walk and I walk and walk. Okay, we're going to do one more. Thank you very much, everybody. Heaton. Well, I'm from Heaton. That's where I'm from. I am from Heaton, born and bred, ladies and gentlemen. Heaton Road, to be precise. I'm from the Coast Road end of Heaton Road. Yes, I am. I hope you've all enjoyed the show. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do Home. Hey, you never know, I might do two more. Oh, I probably will do two more. This one's called Home. Speaking of Walker Road and Heaton. one's called Home. It's Jim talking about his performance. so anyway, thank you very much for that. Right, okay, 3 things. Covers night, new album available at the weekend. Pre-order now through PayPal Me. And thank you very much for tuning in. Number 2, would you like me to do this show from your home? And I don't care where it is in the world. I don't care if it's Los Angeles, I don't care if it's Dublin, Belfast, Berlin, Frankfurt, Sydney, Australia, Singapore, Toronto. I'll do this show live from your home with an invited audience. Something to think about. I mentioned this online the other day and I've already had 2 inquiries. One of them's looking pretty good. So, if you want me to come and do this show in your home, are you having a party? Are you having a 60th birthday party, a 75th birthday party, a wedding anniversary, or you want to celebrate the end of lockdown and have a load of friends together when it's right? Drop us an email, send me a postcard, drop me a line, let me know, and we can work it out. I'm available for hire. Gun for hire, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and what was the other thing? Covers night, live show from your home anywhere in the world. Strike a deal, I'll come over there. Only need, okay. Online lessons. Do you want some lessons? Do you want guitar lessons? This is what you get. Relatively speaking, you get this image and this audio. The only difference is the audio is in mono, but that doesn't matter. I use this microphone, I use this guitar, and I use this software and this camera, and you get a guitar lesson, and I talk directly to you. That's you. And we go through the blues. Once again, if you want to talk about online guitar lessons, send me a postcard, drop me a line. Not interested in your point of view. Watch out, you get yourself into trouble. PayPal me link, support. I use Amplitube for live shows. No, I don't, God. I use Amps Live. The bottom, I use Amplitube in the same way that I use an amplifier, in that I've got one setting with the gain turned up. I don't use any pedals. Bit of reverb sometimes, but I don't even use a wah-wah pedal live. I mean, I don't use so I run Amplitube very much in the same way that I run an amp on a gig, and I've found that most of my heroes have done the same thing over the years. You listen to Peter Green and guys like that, and they're not standing on a lot of pedals or any pedals, maybe some kind of booster. I mean, I read a thing about Sir Richie Blackmore. Actually, where is Richie Blackmore's knighthood? That's a good question. And he said that he had a Marshall, his Marshalls, and he had a fuzz box, and he had the fuzz on 1. Obviously, he had the Marshall on full volume, which would be how you get that Made in Japan sound. Let's not delude ourselves. The sound on Made in Japan or Jimmy Plays Bartley is not from pedals. It's from an extremely loud master volume. But they're in a room that you can afford to have that amp that loud in a room that big. You can't have a 100-watt head in a bedroom on that volume to get that sound. A lot of the amp manufacturers, I think, have woken up to this, which is why they're making little 5-watt amps and 6-watt amps, tube amps, valve amps. So you can put them on full volume and you get that sound. You get that full volume sound, but it's not 100 watts. But Blackmore said that he had a fuzz box and he had the fuzz level on 1. He had the Marshall on full and the fuzz box stayed on at all times. He never switched it off. And that's kind of how I like to do things. Just have the gain up and it stays like that, And often on amps that I use live, and I've done this with Stoneham amps, and I've done this with the Blue Amp Thomas Blues amp is that the bass, the middle and the treble is all at 12 o'clock, you know. And I go by a rule of thumb that if you're buggering about with middles and presences and trebles and bass trying to get a right sound and you're twisting them left, right and centre, it's the wrong amp for you, or it's a shit amp, one of the two. That's my take on it. If you're having to mess about with amplifiers extensively to try and find a right sound, then switch the amp off and put it on eBay or don't buy it. You know, you'll get a sound out of a good amp without having to screw about that much with it, you know. I know I'm using a lot of technology here. Relatively speaking, I'm using quite a bit of technology here. But in actual fact, it's just a valve amp. Campari advert time. I tell you, I wish I'd stuck in at school. Right, let's do a blues with Big Ted on the bubble gums. Steve Forward, you know this one. Let's go. that if you're interested to know. As Ted hit the overhead microphones with his drumsticks. Click, and yeah, and that's why we were laughing. But we listened back to the take and we thought, screw it, we'll have it. Okay. That's the end. That track is from, well, it's from White Mountain Road, which you can see on there. You can see that album, White Mountain Road, there, in amongst that lot. But most importantly, we have White Mountain Road available on vinyl, and it's a lovely little thing. It's a lovely thing. Thank you, Data. My pleasure. Thank you, Isa Burrell. Sent a small donation through PayPal. Hey, listen. Thank you very much, Bev. I enjoy it. I enjoy working. I enjoy playing. So keep an eye open on Facebook for the covers night official release JPEG, and get your little mouse ready and be prepared to click the PayPal me page. Yeah. My pleasure, everybody. It's an honor and a privilege. It really is. And once again, so this is number 231. I know it says in the description 230 because I forgot to update it. But the fact of the matter is it's actually 231, which means we are rapidly approaching the 250 show. The CD of what, John? The CD of White Mountain Road. It isn't available on CD. We've only got it on vinyl. You know, it's a very uncertain and unstable time at the moment in music. I mean, I actually think that my musical prowess, my musical endeavor is getting stronger. You know, so I feel good doing this, and I know that there's a big audience. And it's getting bigger, and I feel like it's gaining momentum, and I'm very pleased about that. But as far as venues and sales and stuff like that, I mean, of the albums that I've done, there's Homework, Slide Away, Magic City, Late Show, Promises, Half Alive, Learning Curve, Note to Self, Live at the Broken Doll, 10, White Mountain Road, Double Life, All Clear. You know, there's the best of CD, compilation CD. You know, most of them are now out of print, and it would cost a lot to reprint them all, and it doesn't make any sense because of I mean, you know, very few. I don't think any computer manufacturers are including a CD drive in the new computers, because CD is basically viewed as an obsolete medium. Vinyl's getting some legs. So What's Gone is Gone is available on MP3. Yes, it is. That's on Light. That's on the Light album on MP3, which is available on Bandcamp. But once again, Vert de Ferk, if you want to contact me directly, I can send you an MP3 album of White Mountain Road, of Light, which includes What's Gone is Gone, and I can send you a folder directly of waves or MP3s, whichever you prefer. Anything you want. I mean, every album I've ever done is available to download, to buy from me directly as an MP3 stroke wave album. So if you want anything, if there's any title out there that you want, and with the MP3 albums, you know, that you know, they're all there. They're all there. We can talk about price. The more you buy, the more you save. I remember this pub in the big market, a pub in the big market in Newcastle, trebles for £1, and it said at the bottom, the more you drink, the more you save. Well, I can tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think they allowed me on the bus to go home that night. Right, okay. Email me if you have any questions about lessons or anything like that. And please make sure that you have subscribed or that you have liked my page. This is always very, very important, and it's the most important thing in the world. How many subscribers have you got? You got any decent tunes? That's the most important thing for me. And Bandcamp, of course, buy stuff from Bandcamp. But once again, the main thing, the new CD, Covers Night. Well, I can tell you what I can do, John. If you're talking about Covers Night, I could put it on a CD for you, or I could send it to you as WAV files, and you can press it, burn it to a CD. But I haven't manufactured it yet because I've got no money. So, right, okay, on and on and on and on and on and on and on. He just drones on and on and on. This lad, he never stops bloody talking. Right. Paul@paulrose.co.uk if you want to get in touch about me doing a show from your home. Imagine, see. If you've got I can bring me gear. It's only 2 laptops and a couple of cameras. 2 laptops and a couple of cameras. Put them in a suitcase. I'll come to you. I'll come to Toronto. I'll come to Australia. I'll come to Los Angeles. I'll come to Sunderland. I'll come to Glasgow. I'll go to London. Like a shot. I'll go down to London. I'll come to Frankfurt, Munich, Paris, Marseille, Nice. Anything goes. Anything goes. And I bring what I need. You may have a laptop there. If you've got a high power laptop there, then we're in business. I can do a live stream direct from your house, from your sitting room, with an invited audience to the whole world as a part of your party. You could book me as a performer for your party, and I could play in your home. I remember we did one in Dallas, Texas. God, I wish we'd been streaming. We had a great afternoon. A whole lot of meat on the barbie, ladies and gentlemen. And right, okay, enough's enough. Right, okay, thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your appreciation enormously. And I'm working on some stuff today and tomorrow, and I hope to be launching a new project in the next couple of weeks. I'm not going to say anything about it because you get you get expectation, and then what happened to that, and when it didn't happen, you have to kind of backtrack on something. But I'm hoping to launch a new project in the next couple of weeks, and it's going to punch above its weight. Right. It's going to punch. It's going to punch. That's what it's going to do. Okay. Thanks very much, everybody. I press this button and everybody goes bye bye. Cheerio.